Hey gang, Rick with Let's Level Up, and today I'm really excited to bring you a new prototype viewing. The game itself is called Bad Medicine, and it's from Gil Hova of Formal Ferret Games. Now, in Bad Medicine, we're each going to represent a pharmaceutical corporation who are developing the cutting-edge medicines that's going to fix whatever your malady may be. Now, that could be anything from chronic headaches to coughing fits to explosive diarrhea. All of those things are going to be able to be treated by us, the honest pharmaceutical corporations of the world. I say that, I can't even get through that without laughing, because the idea of this game itself is pretty ridiculous, and that is exactly what it's meant to be played, or how it's meant to be played, rather. It's a really ridiculous party game, and it's very, very casual. So if you guys are looking for a really hardcore, in-depth experience, Bad Medicine is not going to be that fit for you. However, if you're looking for that new game to bring out at your parties, and if you guys are having drinks one night, or if you got just some people who together want to have a great time and not really have to think about rules or whatnot, Bad Medicine's going to be one of those good games to bring to the table. It's going to have a lot of hilarious moments in it. I'll say that the theme is a bit mature. There are some medical terms and whatnot that can be slightly offensive, maybe, to certain people. So Gil advises that you have to be at least 16 or higher to play this. Take that with a grain of salt. If you're fine with having people play that in your group that may be a little younger, look over the cards first, and maybe they'll give you a better idea of what I'm meaning. It's going to take about a half hour to play, and it's for 3 to 8 players. Now, again, this is a really intense. I say intense. It's not. That's not what I meant. It's a really intensely hilarious game. In it, we're going to have to basically create a medicine to treat whatever the malady is at the table on the fly, and then pitch it to everybody. Whoever can pitch their idea the best, however they want to pitch it. It could be straight up, 45-second spot on TV. You get to be the very creative in your process of having to pitch it. But whoever gets the best pitch is going to get points awarded to them by the different players at the table. Now, I really, really enjoyed Bad Medicine. I think it's a really fun game, and with some of my friends, I can see us having a really good time with this. All things aside, it is a very casual game. It is a very light game, and I don't know if this is going to be hitting the table much with my group as I would like it to, because when we get together, we generally like to play something a little bit more meaty. However, our next night of going out and having cocktails, Bad Medicine is coming with us, and we're going to have a great time doing it. So follow me now to the table. I'm going to show you a bit of how the game is played for 3 to 4 players, and then after that, we'll give you our final thoughts. Okay, I have kind of a setup here for 3 to 4 players. Right now I've got it set up for 4 players. Now, this game does expand up to 8, and what you're going to do is essentially make teams for every corporation. Right now, the identity cards I have for the corporations are responsible for both formulating and pitching. But when you're playing with a larger number of players, you're actually going to divide those up. So one player is the person who's going to be formulating, and the other player is going to be the person who's going to be pitching. That's really the big difference here in how the game is going to work on player size. Now, again, since we're playing just 3 to 4 players, or rather 4 players with this, it's going to be all one under the same corporation. So the idea with Bad Medicine is that we're going to have a stack of drug cards, and they're going to have certain things on top. There's going to be an identification. It's going to be the word that actually represents the drug that we're making. There's going to be a description, which is going to be an area of where it's going to affect the malady. And then there's going to be a side effect down there in the red part. Each of those happens to all come into one card, but they're actually only played in 3 distinct spots of the game. And we'll go through those now. So starting with the player who's the Surgeon General, they're going to flip over the top card in Bad Medicine to reveal our first malady. So you can see what I'm going to do is cover up the top 2 parts and just have the top section there. And that is going to be spontaneous combustion, which is, it's a problem. If you have people that are having spontaneous combustion, that is a big issue. What we have in our hand now is 7 cards, and we're going to use our 7 cards to try to create a excuse me, try to create a way for us to treat this malady. The first thing we're going to do is to get our formula. And that's going to be for us to take 3 cards and put together them. And let's see what I've got here. Let me just lay out my hand for you. I've got Oz, So, Met, Mill. Oh, let me get these in frame. I got Fa, No, Mu. So we can actually take these cards and actually produce whatever our drug is going to be called to treat spontaneous combustion. I like Ozo. That sounds cool. Ozomet, Ozomil. Oh, there we go. So let's say that our drug is going to be called Ozomil. It actually sounds kind of like a drug, right? So we have Ozomil, and Ozomil is going to be what we're going to be bringing to the market, and it's going to be what we're going to have to present to the table of what we have to treat spontaneous combustion. Again, spontaneous combustion is a scourge that has plagued this nation and really the world for many, many years, really since the 70s and Spinal Tap. So anything that we can do to keep drummers alive, we're going to go ahead and try to do. So as the Red Corporation here, we have our formula now. We have our card, or rather our cards in play that are going to represent what we're bringing to the table. Now what we need to do is start pitching. Now, a pitch can be anything that you want it to be. Generally, in the thing that they've had in the rule books, you can start out with something like, "Is spontaneous combustion got you down? Try Ozomil." You know, I think the more cheese that you put into this, I think the funner it's going to be. You could do this a number of ways. You could do this completely dry, like Ben Stein pitching some sort of Clear Ice type thing. You could do this really cheesy. You could do this scary. I mean, there's just a ton of different ways for you guys to have fun with this. And that's all, again, the entire point of bad medicine is to have fun. That is it at the end of the day. So what we have to do now, we have 4 cards left in our hand. We have to try to figure out a way from the cards and just from the middle piece of the cards for us to treat this. So what we have in our Fa card is menstrual cycle. We have Met, which is fingernails. We have Mu, which is coordination. And then we have No, which is sexual identity. So menstrual cycle and sexual identity may not work for this particular thing. I don't think I'm that creative right now, but fingernails and coordination. So again, when we're pitching this, we're going to have to play 2 of our cards to show you the descriptions of how it's going to best affect and treat the different spontaneous combustion, or rather the different maladies that we have in play. And since spontaneous combustion is our malady right now, then that's something that we're going to have to keep in mind. So the first thing we're going to do, again, is announce the name of our medicine and how it's going to help. So as spontaneous combustion got you down, try Ozomil. Scientists have figured out that problems with people's coordination is the largest key contributor to spontaneous combustion. If you have bad coordination, you're actually 95% chance higher than your average person to spontaneously combust at any given moment. And that's just scientific facts, guys. The other thing that we found is that there's actually DNA within the fingernails of chimpanzees, and we actually can take that DNA out, extract it into a formula that makes Ozomil safe for the rest of the populace. So try Ozomil now and ensure that you will never spontaneously combust. That's an example of a really cheesy pitch. That's kind of fun and really silly, right? But it allowed me to play my 2 cards, and again allowed me to pitch this idea of Ozomil being the drug to treat our malady. Now, every other player is going to then hand us 1 card from their hand, and then we're going to have to pick a side effect from those cards. So here, let me get a little tighter here. So here we have uncontrollable sneezing. We've got sensitivity to powerful magnets. And then we've got a second head grows out of your right armpit. So, oh my goodness. So which one of these is going to be something that we could spin into making everybody laugh to the point where they're going to want to give us victory points, basically, is what we're trying to do. All right, sensitivity to powerful magnets. Now, there have been certain circumstances where our customer bases or our test subjects here to Ozomil have experienced sensitivity to powerful magnets. But worry not, friends. That only means that Ozomil is working. And magnets have also been a key contributor to spontaneous combustion. So if that spider sense And we're working on a patent there for that particular slogan. If that thing starts going off, you know to get the heck out of there before you spontaneously combust. Something like that. So again, we're gonna get a catch-22 from everybody else at the table. After everybody has had a chance to pitch their idea to treat this malady, you're going to have voting cards that you're going to get, and you're going to vote on whichever color corporation that you think is the best. If you get a vote, you're going to get 2 points at the end of the game. If you reach a certain point marker, you're going to have a winner. Again, these party games for me are never really important as far as keeping track of score or anything like that. It's really all about just playing the game and having as good a time as possible while doing so. So I really hope you guys like this video. It's short and sweet. Again, Bad Medicine by Gil Hova is a ton of fun and a ton of laughs. So if you're looking to have a good time with a really casual party game it's a bit different theme that's out there now as well, which I really like. Give Bad Medicine a chance. There'll be more information available if you follow Gil Hova on Twitter at Hova, and all the Formal Ferret stuff on their official website. All that stuff's going to be coming with more information about Bad Medicine in the future. I think this is definitely a game that's worth checking out. It passes the LOU marks of fun, and it is lots of fun, so definitely check it out. You're going to have a good time if you play this with the right group, undoubtedly. That's it for Bad Medicine by Gil Hova. As you can see, this game is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of hilarious moments are going to be had in this thing. Gil, all you do is make great games, man. I'm glad I got the chance to meet you at Gen Con, and hopefully I get to meet you again before then, for the next one, rather. I really enjoyed Bad Medicine. If you're looking for a casual party game that's similar to Apples, and I think Bad Medicine is definitely a game for you to check out in the future. So, again, remember, everything you saw in this video is strictly a prototype, from the artwork to the component stock and to all that. So, who knows what this may morph into throughout the road. I really, really enjoyed what Gil brought to the table here in Bad Medicine, and I think it's one of those things that is just going to be fun. And at the end of the day, you guys know me, I look for games that are fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, shoot us a subscribe and a thumbs up thingy. It's down here somewhere. There we go. Oh, you can't see it when I bring it down. But follow my hand and then click the thumb. Don't click this one. Click this one. That's what we like. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I really appreciate all the comments, all the feedback. Follow us on Twitter at Let's Level Up for any information regarding the site. You can go to our official site, letslevelup.net, and see what's happening. So thank you again so much. Until next time, game on.